Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Farm, thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. Oh, I'm paying psychiatrist today. I got a little understanding of how this thing on the shoulder works, so let me show you my little psychiatric concept and see if you think I know what I'm talking about. So let's go. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storyteller, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. I got you. Right Thinker's mission, and that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right Thinker's way of life, through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to, know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? Oh, you will when I'm through. Yeah, that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish, disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. Yeah, that's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to Maya be true. As I sit on my couch and listen to you people, let me tell you about right thinkers. Let's talk about when you talk too much, you can't learn anything. And you can't learn anything when you talking all the time. I'm a teacher. I teach, I talk, but I give information purposely for a reason, not just to hear myself talk and have a whole bunch of nonsense to say. I ain't talking to nobody in general, but I see a lot of that going on, but that's not my thing. Moving on, I'm here for a reason and purpose. All right, let's go. Do you know the kind of person, that kind of people who believes the only thing that matters is what they believe? 10 years ago, I stopped doing the argument over what somebody believed, what their faith is, that's a true waste of time. Over my years of studying and practicing and understanding, the wise man will not argue belief. Why? Well, everybody could be right. Two men. One believe in God, other one don't. They both right. So say the wise man. Why? If either one of them is smart enough to understand their belief only means something to them. That's why. You got the right, free will, to believe whatever you want. You can't tell somebody what they believe is wrong. You just ain't got to subscribe to it, agree with it, or whatever. But they still have the right to believe it, and I respectfully will listen to them. I'm not going to argue with them. That's the psychiatric part I'm trying to show you. I play straight. Why? You don't want to hear what I got to say. You want me to hear what you got to say. I'm all ears. Let's go. So you listen to those ignorant people talking, and more talking, but you won't get a word in edgewise. So all you can do is what? Listen. You feel me? You know the people? They don't stop. You can't get a word in. You can't stop them. You can't slow them down. Just gotta let them go. And it's amazing how they want you to see everything their way. They're not gonna see nothing your way. You know it. So I enjoy them conversations. I see the two people going at too ignorant. I just sit back and watch the fur fly, and I interject every now and then just to start stuff. But it's amazing how we want other people to believe what we believe. Don't waste your time with that. I'm a teacher. I ain't want you to believe a damn thing. Why? I'm here to teach a concept and a philosophy. That's why I'm not no preacher. I ain't here to try to get you to believe in God or that. No, I don't do none of that. Again, respectfully. I listen to them, but they won't stop talking long enough to what? To hear what I got to say. So, I don't agree with 90% of what coming out their mouth, but it's amazing. Again, I spent 30 years practicing and getting my craft together. I'm a master teacher, aka a sage. You can't teach. You can't light me with your belief. No, I know what I know. You can believe whatever you want. I'll respectfully listen, but I ain't got to agree with that nonsense. Oh, it's not. Yeah. When they talk about that Bible, I just sit back and say, really? And his boy said, well, how was we getting to heaven before Jesus, for the Bible? I said, I'm listening for that one. When they run out of answers, they run out of logic and reason, they just start making stuff up. Well, no. The question was, how was we getting to God before Jesus? You can't tell them Jesus is the last Christ. You can't tell them nothing, but they want to tell you everything. And they're wrong as two left shoes. And they will respectfully not want to hear nothing you say that against what they believe. The wise men say, he who believes shuts off his ability to learn. I agree 100%. Why? Because once y'all believe, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. The wise man tells me or explains to me, young man, look, listen, and you'll learn. Those are 3 L's. Look, observe, listen, and you watch. And what happens? You'll learn something. When a person says something and the action says something else, you know who you're dealing with. And if you don't, let me explain to you, a liar, a hypocrite. Simple as that. Why? The wise man will explain to you. If you look at them and their words don't match their actions, you can't learn nothing from them except what? Not to be like them. Example, well, they're hypocrites, they're liars. I will look at you or look at your actions. Again, I'm going to check you out. And then I'm going to respectfully listen to your words. And I'm going to learn a lot about you just by them 2 things. And at the end, I'll know just who I'm dealing with in a few seconds. My discernment will kick and say, he full of crap. Okay? Oh, yeah, he real dude. Simple, easy. I ask anybody, if I tell you about somebody, and I'll tell you about them, just to let you know, they come a dime a dozen. Trust me. It take people years to find out. I tell them, why did it take you so long? I told you that a long time ago. All you're doing is proving my point, but keep telling me about them. Keep telling me about. I told you about them. You got experience with them. So those kind of people, let them go. And once I see who you are, I'm going to deal with you accordingly. That's all. That's it. I ain't got to change you. No, I'm going to deal with you accordingly. That's all. Moving on. And if your actions don't match your words, shut up and start listening to somebody, because you don't know what you're talking about. But because you don't listen, nobody can tell you that. Unbelievable. Again, the guys that I listen to are the wise gurus. Why? That's what I'm trying to get to. Okay, you talking 40, 50 years at this thing. I just got 10. So I got a little ways to go. All right. But I've been practicing for 30. So 20 I put in, 10 I'm going to put in teaching. So I'm doing my thing. Hopefully I'm getting there. But the wise man, again, he's the ones who observe actions and pays attention to what? The words. And that way, he can't make an assumption. He can't make a concept. No, he know just who he dealing with. Simple as that. If it walk like a duck, it quack like a duck. Oh, that could be a chicken. No, that's a duck. When people show you who they are, that's the purpose of having the vision to recognize. When my pastor told me, church people ain't no different than street people. Really? No, Brother Wright. Yeah, Brother Wright. I be in church now and said, bullshitter, faker. Why? I know that. I know them. That's why. It's easy to spot. Again, I don't go there and do it, but I know who is who. All right, let's go. And I'm using my street discernment and acumen to recognize real from fake. I can recognize spiritual people from fake. That's even better. I love that. Why? Man, I ain't got time for them. Why? I ain't wasting my time. I know what you're about. Come on, spam me. All that hooping and hollering. No, I ain't that dude. Okay? No, don't do none of that. If you're serious, I know. The wise man will give you everything you need to know what you need to know. So you can tell from a wise man what? By what he says and what he does. It matches. So he's showing you and telling you who he is. When that matches, trust him. Simple. That ain't hard to do. But no. But you trust that sneaky, quick talking, silver tongue dude who you can't see he for the crap. Really? That freaks me out. Y'all love these liars, silver tongue, smooth. I ain't got time for that. But yeah, y'all love that. Y'all love them. Okay. And then what? Disappointed when you find out he ain't all that. Really? So the pastor ain't who he all claimed to be. You thought he was all that and kind of find out he ain't. So you stop going to church. You stop believing in God. That makes no sense. I started church when nobody come to church. Y'all come for him or y'all come for the Lord. Remember, it's a business. He cost them money. What? He got to go. Embarrassment. Simple. Moving on. Okay, but that's so boring. Don't get stuck on the individual. No, that's why I said I want you to have your own with him. Don't worry about me. I got mine. So that's why I said I can give it to you. What? I got mine. I ain't got no problem with that. And again, this is what the wise man words and actions will give you a perfect example of who you're dealing with when you're dealing with them. If you don't get that, you ain't dealing with a wise person. You ain't dealing with a good person. All I want to know is they're good people. I don't give a damn about your title. I don't give a damn about your position. I don't give a damn about you. Are they a good person? Are they honest and forthright? That's all I want to know about you. Your character says it all for me. Before I even deal with you, I want to know. I ain't gonna waste my time. Why? If you ain't a good person, we ain't gotta go through that. But if you want to learn, and none of us say we do something, you have to shut your mouth and open your ears. No, you only can learn by listening. You can't learn nothing talking. We was given 2 of these to hear what twice as much as this can say. Imagine having 2 mouths, and some of us talk like we got 2 of them because we talk out the side of that thing every now and then. But the whole purpose, learning comes from listening. Talkers, if you're not a teacher, an instructor, an informer, whatever, but don't just talk. Well, now y'all can get away with that. When I was coming up, you couldn't just talk. Well, you better have something to say. It better make sense. And it better be good. At the Apollo, man, we gonna kick you off the stage. Yo, don't come with that nonsense. That's old school. Let the people choice. All right, there we go. People make the choice. And where we at? The 2 is, yeah, you should listen as much as you talk. And listening to someone who speaks words of what? Wisdom, truth, that you can learn from. This is my personal therapy. I have no friends. I got no social life. So this is my only time I get to interact Or you the pitiful dude. No, I'm just telling you, simple fact. Nobody likes the good guy. They love that guy. If I went back to that, I had this room full of people. I couldn't do a show. Why? I got 3 people up in there. Get it? Moving on. I listen, and I'm an attentive listener. Always have been. Why? Because I know that listening is the way to learn. You gain information from listening to somebody who got something to say that's worth listening to. If I'm listening to your ignorant nonsense, I'm not learning nothing. You ain't enlightening me. You pissing me off. Oh, I know that. No, you don't. You don't know. I can listen. If you would listen to me, I know what I'm talking about. But we don't get to do that because you too busy telling me what you don't know what you're talking about. I hear that. And when I'm around intelligent people, I'm all ears. Why? Everybody got something worth listening to, hearing. If I'm the smartest guy in the room, I'm getting the hell out of that room. No offense, no, I don't need to be the smartest one in the room. No, I can't learn nothing here. If the limit that I'm at is hell no. But you got some guys who love that position. Don't want no competition. I see this guy come and just take over. Okay. Preach a sermon, whatever it is, he just come take over. And when he can't wobble with what he got, he dazzling with bullshit. That was his philosophy. Oh, wow, he got a bunch of that. Yeah, he got a bunch of that. Moving on. My man said, we got good news and bad news. The bad news is we got nothing but bullshit. But the good news is we got plenty of it. That was my man. All right. But when I'm not talking, teaching, I'm listening. Why? That's how I learn. When? Daily. I listen to pretty much what people say to find out what they're saying. I can't determine what they're saying, bull crap or ignorant, and not listening to it. So I respect, but I gotta listen. That's the psychiatry in me. I can listen. I got no problem with that. But after I listen, now I get a chance to express myself about what you said. But most people don't want that. No, just keep listening. Why? Just keep listening. Trust me. Let them rant. Okay? Everybody want to, express themselves. Go for it. But again, God gave us 2 ears for that reason. You use them. 1 mouth, again, to hear twice as what they saying. So if you one of the people who just use your mouth, the ears ain't getting no exercise. Why? Because they hear what you're saying and they know it's full of crap too. You just don't know it. Okay? So they're not learning nothing when you run your mouth. Let them hear something worth listening to. You might learn something. If you're always running your mouth, and a lot of people just feel the need to just take it over. Your ears are only hearing ignorant nonsense. Get the point? The wise man told me, and he says, those who know don't talk. And those who talk don't know. Yeah, I can listen. You know what he's talking about. Why are you talking? And politicians, they're the worst. You ask them a question, they never answer. That lady for Trump, the secretary, she is worse. She never answered a question. She just started on. I mean, just go all the way past what you said. Ain't even gonna address what you said. Jesus, Monet. And if you're constantly running your mouth, you're not learning anything. Why? Because you're not listening to anybody and you giving nobody a chance to talk. That's why I talk daily. But I talk with a purpose, and that is to, I tell you, every day, to enlighten, to inspire, educate, and hopefully motivate somebody to be better. I tell you that. That's what I'm here to do. Not to run the show, not to imitate, no, none of that nonsense. I'm here to give you knowledge of self that you can use and manifest so you can know thyself. That's my mission that I'm on, to get those who want to know that to do just that. That's my point. It haven't changed. Again, I'm talking for and with a purpose. I give information, life lesson I call them, when I'm talking. And if you're listening, oh, you will learn something. Why? The ignorant. I appreciate you tuning in. Let me wrap this up. I'm trying to keep from getting annoyed. The ignorant man talks way more than what they listen, than they hear. Why? They don't give nobody a chance to talk. And how you know they're ignorant? But what they saying. And what they doing. They don't really know. Okay? If you believe, there we go right here. And most ignorant people are believers. No offense. Believe means not to know. Ignorant means not to know. Ignorant people, no, excuse me, if you believe you know something, keep it to yourself. Why? Because you don't. Why? If you believe it, you don't know it. That's why. I don't give a crap what you believe. It means you don't know. Well, I believe. No, whoa. Slow. Wait a minute. Pump the brakes. Tell me what you know. Hum. That's my point right there. That's ignorance. See, you can talk all what you believe, but it comes to talking about what you know, you got nothing to say. Or you go by what you think, what you feel, and what you believe. And none of that is verified proof, facts. Just, again, your concept and keep them to yourself. Why? They don't mean nothing to nobody but you. Get facts and then we can have a conversation. Why, that's what I got. I don't want to argue. I just want to share facts, concepts, and theories. That's all we got. And because you believe that one, ain't no problem with that at all. But now we want to do a little jousting. We want to do now that's gonna get a little testy. Why? Because you're gonna get emotional. You're gonna get upset. You're gonna get frustrated. Why? I'm gonna blow you away. That's why. I'm gonna blow your doors off. Then you ain't gonna like it. That's why. Moving on. So I let that be. I just listen. If you, again, ignorant people will talk about what? Anything. But mainly what they know nothing about. But they can tell you everything they believe, feel, and think, which means amount to nothing. So don't give me that. I study every day. So I got knowledge of current and whatever I need to know. But that's the purpose. I'm always studying what? That's how I learn. If you start out a conversation with me with I believe, I think, or I feel, I already know you don't know what you're about to talk about. What? You telling me what you think or feel? Tell me what you know. That's why when I talk, I do a lot of that from everybody tell me, but I'm talking from experience. Again, I'm only going to teach you or tell you what I know. I don't come out here with a bunch of concepts that I know. Life experience. I point to that guy, that's experience. Been there. Trust me. Experiences that I went through. Good and bad. They'll make a difference to me. This is learning tools. They're tools to learn that I use to help get my point across. Keeping it real. But also teaching and making my point, knowing that I know what I'm talking about. When I'm talking from experience, not from a belief or what I think or how I feel. Don't use none of them. If we having a conversation, we can indulge. But teaching, I don't teach that. When, again, wrap it up, and I appreciate you tuning in. Talking, conversating, elaborate, whatever you want to conversing, should be information shared to what? Enlighten or educate the people who what? Who listen to you. I go to certain places and I listen, but it ain't my thing. I ain't gonna go there. Why? Everybody got their hustle. I don't knock nobody's hustle. You here, you hustling. Okay? Simple as that. I'm here teaching. Hustling a concept. Teaching a philosophy. Okay, well, that's what I do. But other stuff, I'm concerned myself with. So my ego chase views. My wisdom chase what? Lessons. So I do that for you. I'm done with this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you got the message, but I'm pretty sure you won't. Well, you're probably talking through the whole lesson anyway. And in closing, right thinkers, may y'all let it be 100, maybe 100 minus a day. But all you people who talk and don't learn nothing, eventually you too will pass away. Take care. I'll be right back.